Minute 10 of From Rush with Love. My name is Brian,
My name is Bran.
and this is the podcast that takes the longest running, smoothest, suavest, most debonair spy franchise around and shakes it out 1 minute at a time. Never stirred, because this is Bond.
Minute Bond.
And now I'm wondering, did you spoil stuff by calling her number one?
No, because it said if you watch this movie with the subtitles, it literally said number one, and then the line that she gave.
Really?
Yeah, in the last minute. Yeah.
That's so weird, because
So the subtitle spoiled it.
they were calling, well, she's number 3, right?
Is she number 3? I thought she was number 1 because unless they're referring to Blofeld.
Oh, I see where. Yeah, they're referring to Blofeld because it says number 1 Siamese fighting fish, fascinating creatures. Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she's number.
So she's number 3.
3. Chess Master is number 5, and Blofeld's number 1, which I think is smart. Just going by numbers to keep anonymity.
Yeah, and any fan of the franchise knows that Blofeld sticks around for quite a while. So,
yeah, that's what surprised me when he was called number 1. I was like, shit, what?
Yeah, well, I thought she was number 1, like his number 1. You know what I mean? But gotcha. I guess the subtitles messed me up a little bit there.
All right. So what happened in this minute, sir?
We kind of find out roughly an evil plan to steal the newest Lecter decoding machine. Where they are going to both deceive the British and the Russian intelligence by using a consulate from the Turkish embassy to steal this Lecter machine.
We also got a little bit of info about why she may not have heard this story before, because he said our organization did not arrange for you to come over from the Russians just for amusement. So
and then they make amusement into the chess game.
What's up?
Because then they make the amusement part out of the chess game. So they take that line, and like 2 lines later, she says something about like, oh, or for a chess game or something like that.
Yeah. Wait, I just found a continuity error. So remember in last minute, I was joking that his signet ring was on his right hand and he was a Kingsman agent. At around 8 seconds, we get a close up of him hitting the buzzer, and it looks like a left hand with the Spectre signet ring. And then when we cut over,
it's back on his right hand.
Yeah.
Because they want to show you the giant octopus on his hand.
Yeah, but it seems it just must have been some weird continuity. I think they may have flipped this frame. You know what I mean? Like just horizontally flipped it.
Yeah, to make it look different, so that way they don't have to keep shooting.
But that's it's just such bad continuity. It's just why did they do it like that?
It's the 60s.
It's just so easy. It's just even if they filmed the wrong hand for that close-up, just horizontally flip the frames. You're done. No.
Yeah, they also don't expect people to go minute by minute breaking down scene by scene. So they didn't know what a podcast was or the internet. So here we are.
Apparently, they didn't even know what Kingsman was. They're not appreciating. Okay, I'll stop.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, blind spotting, and boom, Charlie Bartlett appears. Boom, we're over.
All right. So Mr. Kronstein is the director of planning, which is appropriate considering his chess.
Yep, his chess ability.
Yeah. And now they're going to play, what is it? The Russians and the British Secret Service against each other, I'm guessing.
Yep. I mean, that's what their plan is. To kind of use they'll be using both of them without them knowing that they're using them to steal the new Lecter machine, but they need a woman from the Turkish consulate, a Russian from the Turkish consulate.
Is it because they need to get Bond's attention, so they need a woman?
That's probably it. That's probably it.
Now I don't believe that's it, because you said yes, and you know what's going to happen, so you wouldn't agree if it was a true spoiler. You'd say maybe.
Maybe they need a pretty woman in this movie to be a Bond girl. I don't know.
I mean, they already got a hot 10 in number 3. Just all both hands and the fingers up.
both hands if you're like 60.
A smoke show with drawn on eyebrows. Look, I'm just gonna call it. Whoever's petting that cat is not Blofeld. She'll die before the end, and she's just gonna rip off a wig. And she's gonna be like Lex Luthor in the worst Superman movie I've ever seen, the returning one. And just rip off that wig and be like, excellent.
The returning one, not Return of Superman, just Superman, the returning one.
Well, it's Superman Returns is the one I was referencing, but that one was directed by Brian, not karaoke. So fuck him.
This is why we needed Zack Schneider earlier.
Yeah, with the space of Kevs as that Lex Luthor. So double bad. Anywho, yeah.
Yeah, Rosa Klebb is her name.
This number 3's name.
Yep, Spectre Agent number 3, Rosa Klebb, played by Lana Lena.
So, in your opinion, do you think they actually filmed on a boat, or did they just tip the camera every once in a while? Because I'm seeing a very smooth dolly shot around like 5-10 seconds, and then when he enters, it's swaying. But then there's a lot of like tripod shots that are not moving with any type of sway. And then at how many seconds? 41 seconds, I see the light in the background kind of shifting as though the boat is shifting in water.
I would say they probably just moved the camera around. I doubt they filmed on a boat.
Yeah.
They have access to the giant studio sets in London. I can't imagine they actually filmed that on a boat.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I will say it's weird though, because around that 41-second mark, the light is shifting, and then at the end with the same shot on, or a similar shot but closer in, the light is not shifting at all. So they just put a little dash, a little sprinkle of it in instead of keeping it as consistent as the Gore Verbinski Pirates movies did.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say more than likely they didn't film this on a boat. It's probably just easier. More room, stuff to do, stuff like that.
Actually, I found that this set cost $200,000 to make.
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna say, because there's 1/8 of the budget between Jesse and this scene, where 1/8 of the budget spent. We haven't even paid an actor yet.
I forgot about the actors, just like Alfred Hitchcock does.
give them credits. Just give them the credits.
They're cattle. I just push them around.
Buy them on the points of the movie.
What was the thing that what was her name? From the Austin Powers movies that looks like number 3?
Frau.
What was the thing she used to yell?
James Bond. Oh, man. It's been so long since I've seen this movie.
Yeah, we'll have to check it out one of these days.
Yeah, as like because it literally just rips like these first couple first couple James Bond movies.
Parody.
Like barely.
What was that TV show where they go around helping struggling businesses with horrible ideas, and they made a Starbucks, but they did just enough to appeal to parody law, and they called everything dumb Starbucks, dumb strawberry and cream frappuccino, dumb coffee.
We finally find out the evil plan, which is pretty quick in a movie. That typically you don't find out this until towards the climax, or when you finally capture James Bond. Instead of killing him, you put him in some elaborate trap, and then don't kill him, tell him your evil plan, and let him escape. So it's kind of weird that they tell you so early in the movie.
That's a good point, because I even remember what is it? Dr. No's plan, I think, was explained within the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, like you're confused the whole movie. You just know Dr. No's bad, and he lives on an island with a dragon, and then like the last 10 minutes you tell everybody exactly what your plan is. Even then, it's not very clear.
All right. So before we wrap up, I just want to say that show that did Dumb Starbucks was Nathan For You. It's weird, but I'd recommend it. It's a weird concoction. Unusual.
Because Adam ruins everything, and so does this guy.
Yeah, those are two stellar shows, especially Adam Ruins Everything.
My name is Brad.
My name's Brian.
And that was money.
Every penny of it.
Sean Connery. received $100,000 along with his $54,000 salary.
What does that mean?
Sean Connery got a bonus, $100,000 bonus, but he only was salaried to make $54,000 for this movie.
Okay, was that bonus tied to something, or was it like a split of the royalties?
Probably a split. It just says there was also an approved bonus for Sean Connery. Yeah.
No approved bonus?
Let's see. Following the financial success of Dr. No, United Artists greenlit a second James Bond film. The studio doubled the budget offered to Eon Productions with $2 million and also approved bonus for Sean Connery, who would receive $100,000 along with his $54,000 salary. So, yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah. No,
I'm not jealous.
Yeah, I'm not hating on the man. I'm not going to say that back in 1963 he makes more than I do in 2022, but whatever, no big deal.
The median income in the U.S. is like $35,000. No bigs.
Yeah, not a big deal. That's 60 years ago. He's making more than I am now.
Not even adjusting for inflation.
Yeah. Crazy.
That
was like the best thing to come out of Hawkeye. Was Yelena or whatever her name is?
Oh yeah, she was in Black Widow as well. If you haven't seen that,
yeah.
But
we just watched it last week.
Yeah. You know what? I'll say this to Sean Connery. I wish him a long and fruitful life ahead of him for all his success.
From this movie on. From
this day on, right? This day that we're recording, January 24th, 2022. Jesus Christ, it's 2022 already.
Yeah, about that.
I thought I was going to do a spicy little joke, and then I just got all depressed remembering what fucking year in this pandemic we're in.
Yeah, year 3.
Okay, this is minute 11. Dr. No, I'm going to watch the minute before I start crying.
Dr. No.
Shit. Yeah, From Russia with Love.